Hey, this is Adam Torres, and I'm here to tell you that it has never been easier to start your very own podcast. At Mission Matters, our goal is to amplify stories that matter. That means we want to help you start your podcast because your story matters. We can do this in 3 different ways. 1, join our podcast school and take a free or paid course. 2, visit our resources page where we've already figured out what you need, such as where to host your podcast. Or 3, heck, we can even do everything for you through our podcast agency, including editing for cheaper than you can do in-house. Oh, and no contract, service is month to month. Get started by heading over to missionmatters.com and click on Start a Podcast. All right, now let's get into the show. Hey, I'd like to welcome you to another episode of the Mission Matters Marketing Podcast, your source for all things marketing. My name is Adam Torres. You can follow me on Instagram at AskAdamTorres to keep up with my book releases, book tour schedule, signings, all that other good stuff. Always love to connect with you there. And as always, if you'd like to apply to become a co-author of one of my upcoming books, just head on over to the website, missionmatters.com, and click on Become an Author to apply. All right, so I have Adi Soozin on the line, and she's a fast growth executive over at MD9. Adi, welcome to the show.
Adam, thank you so much for having me.
Oh, man. So, Adi, I am excited about today's topic. I understand MD9 just launched Molo9, and we're going to get into that and what that means for our audience base. I mean, combining marketing with AI, I mean, it's a recipe for success, and excited to talk about how MD9 is doing that. But before we do that, let's just talk about the company overall. So tell us a little bit more about MD9 and what you do.
So MD9 is a marketing consulting firm, and we're behind some of the fastest growing bootstrapped companies of this century. As of now, the fastest we've grown a bootstrapped company is from idea on paper to a little bit more than 108 million in sales in less than 5 years.
Wow, that's amazing. And there's some people listening right now where you got their attention. They're like, okay, let's see what, maybe Adi has something to say here. And so at the end of this, I'm going to give you an opportunity to leave, contact information or website or wherever you want people to check you out. But I do want to make sure that the right types of individuals and businesses connect. What's typically a good fit for MD9 in terms of businesses?
So for MD9, we look at entrepreneurs that are very passionate about the idea or the business that they want to bring to fruition. We are not an ideal fit for somebody who wants to go through ideation and business planning sessions. Like, they really need to know, okay, this is what I'm going to grow. I need you to help me grow it. What's our growth strategy? Like, how are we bringing this to market? What changes do we have to make to like the UX, UI, in order to make this a frictionless experience for people to come on board and quickly adopt whatever we're trying to sell, to easily buy whatever we want. We're not, some people call us an accelerator, but I don't think we're an accelerator, because accelerators help you with like your legal problems, and they help you build your financial models and things of that sort. And that's not what MD9 does. We specifically help with marketing strategy.
That's awesome. And I think that's a great transition. So let's just dive into this product that was just launched. So Molo9, tell us more.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So Molo9, I've been working on behind the scenes since 2016. We call it the black box of MD9 because basically it's a marketing recommendation engine that we use to figure out which strategies we're going to recommend to our clients. And this year we decided to roll it out to the public. So now people can go join, we have monthly membership subscriptions, and they can go sign up and they can just answer questions. And this engine will basically tell them, hey, based on your answers, you should implement this strategy right now, or you should consider implementing that strategy.
Can you give us and you don't have to use a specific client or anything like that. I understand some of the things you work on are private, but I just want to let's go through like a user case example. So like, let's say that I'm logging in, I signed up, I'm like, okay, I have this new technology, it's going to be amazing. Like, what's next? Like, walk us through what that looks like, that user experience.
Yeah, so I originally built this for other marketers to use because I feel like marketers get a bad rap. And it's not necessarily because they're trying to like be poor with their execution. It's just there's so much out there. There's more than 21 different channels that you can like contact someone through. And so I wanted a tool that could just aggregate all of the data, everything out there that's available, and simplify it to, okay, your client has these needs, your branding is this, your value prop is this is the strategy you should be using. And so that's kind of how Molo9 started. And then we realized that a lot of startup founders who can't necessarily hire a marketer just yet wanted access to this. So we added a few more steps at the beginning to walk founders through how to make their company more attractive and fascinating and irresistible to their desired clients, so that they grow to a point where they can hire marketers. And at every step of the way in Molo9, we teach people like the strategy, like, hey, this is the strategy we recommend you use. But if you don't want to put this together yourself, here are some people you can outsource it to.
And so can you give an example of maybe some recommendations that would be on the other end? So just to make sure I understand this correctly, so I'm a marketer, I'm going in there, I have a client, I'm saying, okay, let's see how this campaign should go. There's a bunch of different platforms too. I'm going to enter some data. There's going to be some back and forth. It's probably going to ask some questions. And then what does the information look like on the other end of this? Because to me, it's like it's going through this assembly line, right? And then I'm like, what does the car look like when it comes to the other? I'm from Michigan, so that's how I think. I'm like, what comes out on the other side of this assembly line? So tell us more.
Yeah, so there are 4 key components that I noticed impact whether like the ROI that you will get from a marketing strategy. So you go through and it'll ask you some questions, and then it'll show you all the different channels that you can go to contact different users. And you might look at that and say, oh my gosh, that's a lot of channels. But what you do is you just write down the ones that are appealing to you, that you think look pretty cool, that would be easy for you. Then you go through and it asks you questions to help you like weed out which of those channels are actually going to help you and which of those channels would just be a total waste of time, hamster wheel for you. So like an example would be for somebody who thinks that PR is their golden nugget. They may not have thought about their internal company operations and processes. And if they're doing PR and they have a setup for like a fire sale site like Rue La La or Gilt or one of those like you can only buy, there's only 100 pieces and then we're sold out, leave your email and we'll email you when we have the next fire sale. PR is perfect for those people. They don't need a huge team. But if you're a software startup, a SaaS company, and you need to run chat support and you only have 12 people on your team and you get big PR like TechCrunch driving 100,000 people to your site. Yeah, you see where that's going very quickly. Now, somebody who's new to marketing might not even think to consider that. So that's what the app, what the recommendation engine is kind of helping you with. And then once you realize like, okay, I think Facebook's going to be really great for us, then you go into what's my favorite part that I built is the generator. And it will literally, like every couple of days, I'm adding more growth hacks to the generator. So you literally go in and click a button and say, brainstorm with me. And it'll throw up like different growth hacks that people are doing at this point in time that they're seeing a high ROI on that you can start doing as well.
Wow.
Like for example,
that is so cool. Give me an example. I'm just blown away. Okay. Like, this is really cool. Give me an example. I'm all excited over here.
So this one's really fun. If you're selling something that's like promises like new life and more energy and a great escape, there's something called the midlife crisis hour on Facebook. And from 9 p.m. to 11 p.m., you will notice that there's an uptick in sales and signups for companies that are running ads specifically during that block of 2 hours, promising like better life, new life, change your life type products and services.
Wow, what a ninja, Adi. I'm sitting here like, this is so good. I love what you're doing over at MD9 already. And now with Molo9, the fact that you're allowing like other marketers to use your tools and to benefit from your knowledge and how you've helped companies in the past and are currently doing something, like, wow, mind blown. This is awesome, Adi. So that being said, if somebody's listening to this and they want to learn more about working with MD9 in general, or if they want to also learn about your recently launched product, so Molo9, I mean, what's the best way for them to connect with you and your team?
If they go to md9.co, they will see everything there. We also have a concierge bot that just launched that pops up in the corner to help you navigate. If you want to message someone immediately, if you want to schedule a call, if you want to message us on Telegram, email us, it's all on there. It's all on the website.
Oh, this is awesome. I love it. So, Adi, hey, it's been great having you on the show today. Appreciate you coming on and teaching us more about Molo9, and congrats again on that launch. And to the audience, as always, thank you for tuning in. Hope you got a lot of value out of this. If you did, don't forget to subscribe to the podcast, leave me a review on the Apple iTunes Store, and if you're watching this on our YouTube channel, Mission Matters Marketing, definitely give us a subscribe there, but also leave us some comments in the video. Love to know what kind of projects and things that you're working on. And Adi, thanks again for coming on the show. It's been a pleasure.
Adam, thank you so much. Have a good one.